Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Halloween, where I post a new tutorial every day in October. This is actually going to be my last tutorial of October, and I just wanted to do the last video kind of fun, and a lot of people already have their costumes planned, so I didn't think like a real tutorial was going to be like that beneficial for anyone, so this is my last tutorial. It is on this pink monster skull. That's what I decided to call it. Anyway, this is definitely my favorite one out of all of them. And I just started off by painting my whole face and neck pink. And then I'm going over the top of my cheekbones to kind of highlight with my Makeup Forever Flash Palette shade in the white color and just a brush. And I definitely recommend using a brush when you're using the Flash Palette on top of water-based paint, because it blends a lot easier with a brush, because your finger, it can sweat. So if you get the sweat on your water-based paint, it can like create a hole and it looks terrible. So definitely recommend using a brush. It blends so much easier. I'm also popping some on my Cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead, just like normal highlighting, but when you're pink. Now I'm just baking all the places that I put that Flash Palette color white, because it's very kind of greasy, I guess you could say. I mean, it's creamy, so it's hard to set if you don't bake it. So I definitely recommend baking it. And then dusting all of that off. Now I'm going in with the pink shade from the Flash Palette and contouring around my face just a little bit, mostly just around my forehead to kind of add some dimension. I thought it would look really pretty, that dark pink to light pink fade. And again, I'm using a brush. And don't mind me, I'm talking to my sister constantly throughout this entire video because I love her. Now I'm just going along the sides of my nose to contour a little bit. And then just blending that downward. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I'm kind of in a hotel room and it's like a little bit noisy. Sorry, guys. Now I'm going underneath in my waterline and like kind of below my eye with some white gel liner from NYX Cosmetics, and kind of creating that more like open lid look, if that makes sense. I don't know, she's like a monster, so like she's a little scary but also like really awesome, you know? Then going underneath that white with the pink from the Flash Palette and shading downward. Now I am going on the tops of my lid with a little bit of that white to kind of add that ombre effect on my lid as well. And then going in, surprise, surprise, with that pink shade from the Flash Palette again. I kind of like to stick with the same thing when I'm doing looks like this to keep it a little bit more simple, because it gets a little complicated when we start doing the teeth. So I just wanted to kind of simplify everything else. Then just setting that with Masquerade from Makeup Geek. You can just use any pink shade that you want. I just used this because I wanted to set it. Now I'm just drawing in my nose, and like I say a lot, you guys can do your nose any way that you want. This is just the way that I decided to do it. And I actually was inspired by a picture I saw on Instagram. I can't remember the name of the person, but it was kind of this cool like skull look, and I took it my own way. But now I'm just going around the nose with a little bit of the white gel liner, and this is gonna make the places around the nose look raised, if that makes sense. So basically lining all around the nose with the white gel liner. And then basically after that, going in with the pink from the Flash palette around the white, just like we did underneath her eyes. And that's really going to kind of create a shadow like it's sticking up, if you know what I mean. Now I'm just giving myself some winged liner. Nothing crazy here. I'm pretty sure I'm using black body paint because it's easy, but if you guys were going to wear this out, I would definitely recommend using like a liner, gel liner, something that's going to stay on, because body paint's water-based, and if you cry tears of joy, it's going to come off. Now just popping on some mascara and some lashes. These are my Shop Lash Boss lashes in Jackie. That was me getting really cold, so I put on a jacket. And now I'm starting the teeth. This is definitely the most time consuming part of the entire tutorial, but it honestly is my favorite part. I've practiced a lot with teeth, and I feel like I've just gotten better and better. So if you guys are frustrated at first with your teeth, I definitely just do it again and again and again until you're good at it, because I promise you'll get good at it. It's not that hard once you like kind of understand. So basically, you want to kind of have the right brush for this. This brush is the width that I want for each tooth, so it makes it really easy. I just dip it in the white gel liner and then kind of pull down and shape it a little bit, and that's it. You don't have to fuss with it, nothing. So basically just kind of curving upwards, and as they go back toward my ear, they get a little tiny bit smaller each one. And that's because we're going to make it look like they're disappearing into the back of our face. So basically doing the same thing on the bottom, and the bottom gets a little bit tricky too because your bottom lip is big and it kind of bulges out, you know what I mean? So you kind of have to like pull the tooth down further than you think you would need to, so that it looks the same length as all the other teeth. Now I'm just lining the inside of my mouth with black gel liner, so that I kind of hide my mouth line. That's something you definitely want to do when you're like drawing teeth on. You want to hide your mouth line as best you can, so that you can't tell that there's a mouth there, you know what I'm saying? And also, I forgot to tell you guys that I am only showing you guys half of the face, because honestly I think you guys would get so bored if you watched me do this on my whole face. So I'm just showing you half of the teeth, and I think that would probably, you get the gist, do it on both sides. And this gets a little tricky too, just lining the inside of your mouth, but just keep playing with it. And of course, here I am. My camera did not record me filling in the little places between my teeth, but I have a few left, so I'll just show you here. All I'm doing is taking a tiny little brush and a little bit of my gel black eyeliner from Tarte, and just going between each tooth. And I've said this 100 times, but this is where you really want to be careful, because this is where your teeth can get really gross and muddy and like not cute and just like super duper, you know, messy. So just be careful with this part. Now I am mapping out where I want my cheeks to go. This was the hardest part for me because I didn't really understand at first how it was gonna work. So bear with me. Basically, I outlined, if you can kind of see, like a cheek shape, and right here I'm drawing in like the actual like cheek part. You know, it's hard for me to like describe what I'm doing because, you know, so just watch and maybe it'll make more sense. Sorry, if anyone can hear that plane, my apologies. You know, I can't control the world. Although I wish I could. I just can't. So now you can kind of see what I meant when I was outlining that. This is where I went in and kind of drew in that part that comes closer to the teeth. So yeah, that like pink part that's between the blacked out part and the other part, that's like supposed to be the inside of your mouth, like the cheekbone. And here again, my camera didn't record. I was just having a great day, guys. So basically what I was doing before it stopped recording was shading around each of the teeth inside the cheek. So basically just going kind of around the top of it and then pulling down and blending. But you want to especially make sure that on that like inner cheek part to leave it looking a little bit pink, like in some places, because you don't want to fill in the whole thing. You want it to look like it's sticking out, like it's like shadowed, you know what I mean? And you also want to shade all around the sides of it, because your cheek would be over the top of the inner part of your mouth, so there would be a shadow. Now just filling in and going and shading, all of the teeth outside of the cheek. And then basically between each tooth, I'm pulling downwards. And with the ones on top especially, I'm kind of like pulling them up and in, if that makes any sense. And there's like a helicopter circling, guys. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Now I'm just filling in those back teeth a little bit, like going over them with black eyeshadow to really darken them up. Not too much to where you can't see them, but just enough so that it looks like they're disappearing, and it makes the front ones look like they're sticking out and the ones in the back look like they're disappearing into your mouth. So now I'm going over the top of like all of those lines and really darkening them up. I think one of the keys to this look and a lot of looks is making the black look as black as it possibly can be. You know, you'll never get it to be like actual black, but the darker it looks, the more the illusion will work. So now I'm just lining all of those places with white eyeliner and basically doing the same thing that I did on my nose, going over it with white eyeliner and then going over the white eyeliner, or like next to the white eyeliner with the pink from the Flash palette. Now I'm just filling my eyebrows with a little bit of black body paint. You can use whatever you want for this, any color, whatever. I just used black. Now I decided to paint the rest of my chest and shoulders with the pink body paint. Then going in all of the hollows of my chest with a little bit of that pink from the Flash palette, just to kind of shade and give it some dimension. And that's it for this look, you guys. And that's also it for the 31 days of Halloween as far as tutorials go. I really hope you enjoyed this look and you enjoyed this entire series. It was an insane amount of work, but you guys make it worth all of it. So I hope you guys subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you guys next time.